God. Come on. I did it. I'm not late. I'm not late. Right, audio's working. That's good. Okay. Stream start time. It's time that Polixo fucking gets it. They've got to go. Lesbevotten has redeemed themselves. They've been a good trade partner to me. Polixo, however, they. Oh God, I didn't disable Twitch audio for when I was checking. Goodness. Anyways, all propaganda against Polixo. Now let's take a quick peek at their situation. They got 534 troops, all of whom are a bit shit, if I'm being honest. Now, here's a thing that I want to do. I firstly kind of want to recall this Army 1 so that I can get them trained up to an actual functioning capacity, because they just kind of aren't. And because they're sort of like not. I forget how to recall my army now that I think about it. Like, I tried to disband them before, but they definitely didn't actually do that. And I forget how to make them actually disband. Plus, I can also... Actually, no, I need to keep the army out in order to fucking dog on Polixo, assuming they ever actually try to invade me. What does this army look like? Slightly better training, slightly better equipped, not particularly threatening. 63 troops. I would do terrible things to them if they ever actually tried to fight me. Where's my armies? Army 1, 210 of substantially better trained troops. Yeah. Well, apart from these guys, they're a bit shit. Much better armed though. Okay. Back into the standard menu. So, what do we need to do? In order to produce a superior army, I can do one of two things. I can increase my army inside the city, or I can increase my economy and hire mercenaries outside. I did just do a whole bunch of setup last stream in order to increase my knowledge gain, particularly in innovation, so we've got a metric fuckload. And I'm not even to max yet, so let's just let that keep stacking up. Target 488. Me expecting to get another 100 or so innovation. Oh, it just keeps going up. I'll be able to do so much with that. I think this will just be a gigantic push towards, I guess, Songs of Six endgame. Depending on the outcome, if we manage to conquer Polixo today, I've yet to decide whether or not I should be able to hold Polixo, or if I should just conquer Polixo and call that the end of the Conquest campaign. I feel like I should be able to hold Polixo. But if I'm going to try to do that, I'll actually need to be able to, you know, have an army out on the map capable of contesting a counter-invasion by a foreign empire, which is substantially more resource-intensive. But for the moment, the immediate path to that future is to allow my innovation to increase so that I can leverage all that good-ass technology into massive resource gains. Now, among the things that need to happen, I need to reactivate this project so that I can expand the mushroom farms. That's project 1. Just continue to let innovation cook. Food is currently not a problem because of the accidental duplication of the rations last stream. Oops. We'll call that fine. The other thing that needs to happen is that people's general happiness needs to go up. Or, more rather, production needs to go up so that I can increase the efficiency of workers, so that I can use less workers, so that I can increase the number of troops that I can train at once, so that I can increase both the number and quality of those trained troops, so that I can deploy them out into the map, so that I can conquer Polixo, and resist the counter-invasion by presumably whatever civilization is north of Polixo, which is Xiankust, which is a substantially... Wait, what? Cordelia. Oh, that's a large empire. Well, not large. It's got 2 cities. It's arguably the same size as me. Do they like me? Meh, not really. Invading another empire is probably going to cause some substantial interpersonal and territorial disputes. What the fuck are y'all doing in my goddamn territory? Why are you on the border? I really want to lay siege to Shadow Forest. If I lay siege to Shadow Forest, I can get their resource production as well. What do they even have, though? They have grain boost. That's not terrible. Grain and fishery. I can definitely fight them with, or I can definitely siege them with my current army. That is possible. It's just whether or not I can maintain that siege, which is the question. I definitely have enough government points to do so. Nibar is... Oh, right. I have a whole shit ton of things that I can do. I can increase taxes out of Nibar, and that would increase my ability to support a mercenary force. Interesting. So having higher workforce innately increases your daily tax gain. And then your tax rate is a multiplier against the workforce. So if I increase my tax office, that is a 3 workforce cost to increase taxes by 2.5%, which is not really that much unless there's multiple levels of it. Requires not met. Buildings realm, tax office. I need tech to upgrade it. And it costs progressively more workforce. So that's sort of the weird thing, is that I need to be able to... Oh. So I use shrines to increase the output of various things. Currently, I'm only using them for clay production, so having an Athuri shrine would presumably increase the proportion of Athorism inside Nibar. Barracks building can be constructed. Adds aspiring soldiers to your conscript pool that will allow you to train armies. You have a garrison? No, not in any way, shape, or form. Walls added, fortifications and settlement. It increases loyalty and fortifications. Garrison. I don't have a garrison currently. If I don't have a garrison, then what'll happen is people will just invade me and I won't be able to do anything about it. But I also kind of need to increase my available workforce so that I can more effectively upgrade my garrison. In order to do that, I need to increase growth. In order to increase growth, I need more workforce. I seem to have excessively increased my workforce requirements through the implementation of presumably hygiene? Maybe the Workers Guild? How much is the Workers Guild actually giving me in terms of workers? $60 times 1.06 minus 48, which results in 15.83. So it's giving me like 3 and change workers, which for the cost of how much? It's costing me 3 workers to generate 3 workers. The Workers Guild is not worthwhile at the moment. Let's just recoup that workforce. It's 17. I think I'm going to have to remove hygiene for a moment. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to add the Workers Guild and then remove hygiene. That'll bring me up to 20. Then I can increase growth to growth 5. Then growth 5 will allow me to get to 2,400 population, yes? No, it will only allow me to get to 2,200 population. Okay. Factors that contribute to population are City Hall growth area. Maybe this particular city is capped at a level 4 large town. Just sort of innately. This is health globally. By how much? Who knows? Let's drop that back down. Add the physician. See where our max goes. Oh, physician doesn't boost hygiene, it boosts health, which is the same as the well. But the well also does bonus work in increasing population cap. This is annoying. So I need to have basically somehow hygiene 2 and growth 5 in order to hit the 2,400 cap, in order to make my requirements for Town Hall 5. That's interesting. So basically, what's gonna have to happen, then I'm gonna have to use the technology gain to massively increase my clay storage, I guess, or clay production, and then stockpile enough of that so that I can hold enough clay to keep my knowledge points or something. This is difficult. The difficult balancing act, but one that can be accomplished. I do, after all, have an aggressive amount of innovation now. 207, I can do whatever the hell I want. First off, let's see if there's anything up here that I can use. Bloodsport, probably, maybe a little bit, but not particularly worthwhile. Pillars and sculpting, that could be useful for increasing Gondorian satisfaction. What do you want? Pillars and statues? You do. You do want pillars and statues. You have 1 fulfillment from each. Keep that in mind. So that's a cost of 20. I can massively increase my military training, which is sort of immediately what I want to do, but that doesn't have strong long-term benefits. Agriculture, I can probably get basic farming up to max level. Same with industrial crops. Do I not have mining tools available? Requirements. I need 70. I need 130 mine employees to qualify for mining tools. I think first we hit up and increase mining a couple times. Go one more. We'll increase basic tending. We'll increase fisheries. We'll increase craftsmanship. And fine craftsmanship. Where is food? Basic refining, you should get increased by 2, probably. Increase basic farming. Just gonna leave that one at level 5 because honestly, mushrooms are all I'm getting out of that. Actually going to increase basic tending one more. Wood cutting, let's increase that as well. Do I want to make jewelers? No, not at the moment. Alright. Actually, I'm just going to leave it there. Let's let situation progress and see how our civilization stabilizes. Clay diggers. We're still producing, going strong. Ore mine. You are producing entirely too much. Somewhat mitigate that by increasing the amount of metal getting smelted. Doesn't even negatively impact our... Well, we might actually hit negative. Ah, we hit negative on coal production. Fascinating. Add another couple people in the coal mine. Or might as well keep where it is. Increase metal smelters once again. We'll just leverage this into producing more machinery. Am I staying positive on tools? Yes, barely. Alright. 30 metal smelters. Coal is still positive by honestly too much. Wait, how much is it per worker? Rate 4. Somehow that doesn't seem right. Drop that back down to 10. See where that gets us. 2 plus 2. That seems stable for the moment. Or is that plus 1? Tool production is... I just checked at that. It was barely above 1. Machinery is plus 5. Let's in... Oh, right. Metal. Plus 17. Damn. Increase mechanics to 15. And actually have people move in. Come on. Plus 1.5. Nice. Now, amongst all other things, clay has got a massive increase. That's good to see. But I also am going to need a place to store clay in the future. Oh yeah. Yeah. Furniture. Minus 10? What's going on? For wood production. Plus 160. Let's increase the number of carpenters in here. Still net negative. Still net negative. Now barely net positive. Interesting. Coal has dropped below again. Every time we have a massive industrial increase, balancing out the population always becomes a struggle. or barely, not barely positive on coal. What's with the fluctuation, guys? Ah, it was stocking. Okay. Clay is also doing weird fluctuations. It's probably to do with the tax. Probably going to be jumping up and down for a while. Once again, I need to be able to stockpile enough of that I don't have to worry about running out. I have a whole shit ton of crate availabilities in Warehouse 1. Actually, I have not enough, fascinatingly. Let's boost that to 10. Now, my consumption for clay, it's like 400 a day. That means I need to be able to store enough clay to last for the entire time that it's going to take me to upgrade Nibar to tier 5. Which is going to be a trick. Army is embarrassing and you need to gear them up to swell ranks. Blah, blah, blah. Inflation is a terrible thing, brother. Retirees have worked hard and should be treated better. Justice system needs some attention. Wrongfully convicted fellows. Brother. Y'all's standards are increasing faster than I can accommodate. I'm not saying you're in the wrong. I'm saying curb your expectations, please. God, I have so many rations. Once the military gets trained, we'll have... Oh, right. I can just recall them in this menu. Yeah, let's do that. Recall. This is gonna piss off so many people. What's my happiness at currently? 82. I bring back all these people, they're gonna get really unhappy. Say Levy, sometimes you just have to do things. What's the worst thing that happens? Nibar fucking attacks me? Wait. What is resulting in destruction? Minus... Oh yeah. Construction would cause a massive increase in my expenditures. Fortifying from Polixo. Polixo, y'all know I have a trade agreement with you, right? Ah yes, the army with no one in them. Get my machinery or just my furniture back? Okay, that's a little confusing. We'll keep the army there. Just so that if I need to, I can recruit. Actually, I could just try and recruit people into the army on top of Nibar from Nibar. Hi, Dis. It's going okay. I'm just considering all of the potential avenues of conquering Polixo. They really don't like me. Recruit. Conscripts. Guess who almost died getting shocked the shit out of while tearing down a Surface laptop because the motherboard was still drawing power for some fucking reason? And that would be why you take out the battery first. But also, are you alright? Well, I mean, you're able to type, so that's a point in the direction of being alright. But apart from that, arm numb? Okay, so this is the point at which we raise consciousness that electrical burns can seem like they're better than they actually are, and that if your arm is numb after getting shocked the shit out of a laptop, you really need to go see a doctor. If you haven't already. Interesting. I can only trade in conscripts up to 70%. Alright, you'll gain 50%. 。  . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . insufficient conscripts of available. Oh, it's because I just recruited them. Yeah, that would happen. Interesting. So conscripts train fundamentally differently from actual citizen armies who need to train inside the city. Okay. Man, look at all that labor availability. Delicious, delicious labor. Gonna send me into labor, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean? Be impressed if you did. I don't even know what I mean. I'm talking nonsense. Right, Dis, picking back up where your arm is numb. Any further comment on the matter? We'll see in the morning. Please look up the recommended actions for medical burns before you say we'll see in the morning. Did I say medical burns? Electrical burns. Not full. It genuinely doesn't work like that because there's the chance that your neurons got fried. And so you're not feeling as much pain as you should be in. Like, if you got shocked and your arm is numb, damage was done. Oh, wait, do you not have bennies at the moment? Excuse while discuss with wife. That is an appropriate thing. Your wife being a medical professional in training and all. I will also issue a public service announcement for anyone viewing my stream currently or after that is not someone that I know immediately that I am not a medical professional, but I do recommend seeking words are difficult. What was I trying to say? Seeking tongue butthole. Oh my god, I built these fucking houses in the completely wrong position. Oh, no. There we go. He should be fine. Okay. No burns or discoloration. The loss of sensation might take a bit for nerves to reset. Okay, that's good to hear. Anyway, what was the public service announcement I was trying to make? I am not a medical professional and can't speak of medical opinion, but however, I do counsel you to seek a medical professional's opinion should you be concerned about your health. There we go. That. Thank you. In other news, vaccines cause autism. That gonna get me in trouble? Say vaccines don't cause autism, yet every autist has been vaccinated. Checkmate, atheists. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is called satire. Please do not take that at face value. I've had people actually going to... Ooh. Oh, look at the ants. Look at the ants building their hill. Please do not lock the other ants out of being able to get out of the caves. You know, like that. That's gonna take some babying. Which reminds me, I need to go plug that hole over there. I think this has been a public work in progress since basically the start of the game. I forgot about it. Let's just address that problem while I have workers available. Also need houses to fix my severe housing problem. Kind of need that bit of the mountain to be gone, though. Come on. I believe in you. Y'all can definitely clear those last bits out at 25 times speed faster than what you're currently doing. Trust. Come on. 2 more. You got this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That should result in some additional housing. I should probably also generate some more housing outside of this place, which is sort of becoming the de facto residential quarter. Let's remove mountain over here as well. The nice thing about having a large available workforce is that you can dig out mountains very quickly. The kind of not so nice thing is that there's sort of a lot of lost labor if you're not doing that. Mild weather, nice. That's sort of coming at a good time when I'm about to... Oh wait, no, I already recalled my military, didn't I? Yep, I already did that. Oh yeah, since I'm supplying that army out... Oh. Well, you're 81% supplied, so you're not going to be deserting, I should hope. You are getting trained. 56, 54, 54. So, Amevians are better troops, but take longer to get trained, then. Good to know. And it would appear that my food production rate has fallen off the fucking chart because of all of the new mouths to feed. Bakery, you're about to be oversaturated. I'm probably not going to be able to... Oh no, I am going to be able to produce enough grain. Wood-wise, I'm also looking good. Maybe. It says I'm positive on wood production. I'll have to see where wood goes. All Dondorians like mushroom, fish, and meat. More soldiers. Hey. Guards are fine for catching criminals, deciding that their fate and culpability requires a bit more finesse. Need to judge. If that be y'all's desire, maybe I unlock diamond and Scythian mines. That's only going to cost me 20 innovation, which is something that I have plenty of. Now, Both of those are actually fairly easy to implement because I've already set up access to them. Let's get those squared away. Whoa, not that. Wait, how did... Oh, interesting. Let's increase this outer area a little bit so that I can use it to deposit stores. Now, gotta put auxiliaries absolutely everywhere. I don't know what it is about designing building layouts in this game that just causes me to hyperfixate. It's very interesting, though. At least to me. It's probably not particularly engaging to watch. Sort of like a ridiculous form of Tetris. Whoa. Nope, nope, yes, no. Also no, yes. Bet I can do something goofy here. Absolutely. Yes here. No there. Yes to that. 94%. Okay. Getting close. Once more around the loop. That's not gonna work. But it will if I do this. No, stop it. %96 is not bad. More. $97. That doesn't count? Ah, because you can't reach there. That makes sense. 98. I know there's no actual reason I need to be this particular about getting this situation to work. It's just... I've set up the area. It's interesting to see whether or not I can just ram it in anyways. It's like belt weaving. Or spaghetti in Factorio. It's not about looking pretty, it's about proving a point. 98%. Yeesh. So close. 99. Hmm. Still 99. Still 99. What am I cutting off access to? That. Okay. $100. Fantastic. Entirely unnecessary. Spent too much time doing that. Very glad to be here. Remember, kids, if you want to establish high-density housing for no particular reason, you can do it so long as you abandon any notion of public health and safety requirements. What did I just say? I feel like what I said just was substantially incorrect. It was just something that rattled out of my head. Whatever, ignore me. I'm not an authority on public housing. I am not a civil engineer. And there's just gaps all across the mountains. A flawed beauty. I must homogenize all of the weird little bits and dealy bobs. This is so very much just like giving busy work to my workforce. I should probably have them actually do something. I've got 200 available workforce. They're eating a shit ton, not producing enough to compensate for it. This pressure system is not supplying enough. Let's get this canal built. Acknowledge that this particular farm plot isn't going to produce much, because I'm not able to build farm plots inside of mountains to my awareness. Ooh, looks like the expansion of the mushroom farm has yielded some measure of progress. Where are we? Spring? Okay. I appreciate that our gem mine is built, but probably shouldn't be staffing it with 300 people. Let's say 50. 50 will be fine. Is this warehouse actually storing gems? Yes, does actually have gem storage. Now I need to do the same thing for the Scythian mine. Now, Scythian's annoying. It has no purpose apart from making dwarves happy, which isn't nothing. But it's not, I don't think its trade value is particularly high. Yeah, it's not bad. It's like about the cost of a Warhammer, isn't it? Yeah, ish. gosh. What I'm learning is that when placing auxiliaries for mines, where I can, use the squares because they result in me being able to do finicky shit. Regards to just sticking as much auxiliary into a mine as I possibly can. Well, that's not going to work. Right. Nice 85% to start off with. Now let's start stacking everything else. Area's room is not connected. Oh. Yeah, it wouldn't be. Hold on, I think I can do something goofy here. Rotate you. There we go. Excessively large block of storage. Not storage, auxiliaries. Oh wow, I've been at 100% efficiency for a while, haven't I? Let's cull down the outrageous excess for a moment. There we go. Build. Now I have gem production, which is cool. That means I'll be able to afford the construction for a justice system if I had the knowledge, which I don't. Shiny rock, yes indeed. It is literally just green and wait. Highly coveted by Dondorians, ergo they're greedy for it, and the rock is green, the color of greed. You think that's a reference? Or do you think that's the intent of Sithlin? I don't think I know of anything in pop culture or other media that is analogous to Sithlin. So I wonder if that's just like literally greed rock. This has been Theory Crafting with Ever, the Donut Man. Is he talking out of his ass? Does he have a point? Find out next time on next stream, where we're either still doing Songs of Six or we've moved on to Lucid Blocks, which is the next game. No, that is not me jumping on a bandwagon. I bought the game with the intent to play it on stream prior to the game seemingly attaining some degree of notice on YouTube? I don't know. I will show the receipt. Actually, does Steam have receipts for when you buy games? I would imagine they do. It would would make sense in my mind if Steam had receipts. That being said, if they don't, sure, whatever. Not every Steam action can be a resounding W. They do? Okay. So I can confirm when I purchased the game. To ensure the reality that I am not a bandwagoner, nor shall I ever be a bandwagoner. Because I, unlike every other human on the planet, am immune to propaganda. I am the one exception. Vote Donut Face 2028. Please nobody look at my financial records. Thank you. Oh, I wasn't going at 25 times speed. That was a mistake on my part. How's construction going? Actually, how is furniture production going? We're still... Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to build another fucking carpentry station. Get caught like the senator or government that was embezzling funds to buy Steam games. Wait, what? Did some government official get caught embezzling to buy Steam games? Please tell me it was a furry porn game. That would just make it so much better. That'd be like the cherry on top. And please let them be Republican. Please let it be a Republican getting caught embezzling funds to buy furry porn games on Steam. Or gay. LGBTQ plus counts. It's gotta be that. Please let it be that. I want the irony. It's a... I guess it's a fetish of mine? I understand, I need the irony. The only thing that makes me wake up at night. It's just ironic criminal charges. You should be made out of stone. Thank you. Look up Duncan Hunter. Duncan Hunter. Known pundit for the Dunkin' Donuts media corporation franchise. Duncan Hunter. Duncan Hunter. Hot using campaign funds for Steam. Duncan D. Hunter. American former politician and United States Marine, served as a U.S. representative for California's 50th Congressional District, member of the Republican Party. There's one, also Marine, so, you know, as gay as they come. $1,528 spent on Steam. Department of Justice. In 2017, DOJ began criminal investigation into Hunter and his campaign manager and wife, alleged for campaign finance violations. Investigation was challenged by Hunter and denied. Both were indicted on charges including conspiracy, wire fraud, and violating campaign finance laws. Wife pleaded guilty to conspiring and named him as a co-conspirator. Oof! Outed by the +1. Alright, federal investigation. Campaign finance. I should just Control F Steam on this. I'm looking at the Wikipedia page, by the way. Yeah, there it is. San Diego U.S. Attorney's Office accused a couple of conspiring to misuse $250,000 in campaign funds for personal expenses, as well as filing false campaign finance reports. Personal expenses charged to the campaign included vacations in Italy and Hawaii, theater tickets, and purchases in the gaming platform Steam. The indictment says when Hunter wanted to buy some shorts for himself, his wife suggested he falsely report the purchase as golf balls for wounded warriors. Wow. What a shitbag. And shitbag's wife. On another occasion, he unsuccessfully arranged a tour of a Navy base as a cover for a family vacation trip to Italy. Man. One of two. There's PC Gamer, Zergnet, September 11, 2014. Congressman indicted for misuse of campaign funds, including $1,500 for Steam games. Yeah. Here, the indictment, use dental work. Does it say what game he spent the campaign funds are? It says... No, you said 1,528. Okay. Sorry, stream pause to read. Just like the dumbest shit that you can do as an elected official. Why? It's so... why commit a crime when you're in a position like this? It's not committing a crime is completely free at this point. You have no financial worries to speak of, and yet you choose to embezzle shit tons of money. Is it just like the thrill of the thing? Come on, man. Also, fucking sure, whatever. Indictment. Please tell me the indictment states, campaigns, yada. Federal law, blah blah blah. Providing committee, blah blah blah. Come on, let's get to the violations section. Integrity, electoral progress, defendants, yada yada. Other individuals. Why are they referring to his wife with her maiden name in the Wikipedia article and her married name in the indictment? That's interesting, but I'm not going to look into that. Maybe they separated at this point. Holy shit. I mean, the indictment wasn't just him and his wife. It was... Him and his wife were individuals 1A and 1B, and then there were... shit. How many others? 14 other indictments levied to individuals and couples. Damn. So it wasn't just him. Wow. Alright, this is not the time to be reading a 47-page indictment. That being said, as Dis pointed out, you can look up Duncan Hunter. There's links in the Wikipedia article to the PC Gamer article, which then links to the CNN article with the indictment available. That is not the scope of the stream. Due to low happiness, local dispute between two citizens of opposing faiths is spread across the whole city. Photos. We fix our happiness issues before this spreads any further. Shit. How unhappy are you exactly? 68% loyalty? Guys, fuck the hell off. For real. I'm working on the Scythian mines. We're gonna get there. I just need you to not rip each other's throats out for like... however long it takes to get the fucking Scythian mine built, which is like close to all the way there, and probably there being a housing shortage isn't helping either, but I'm working on that. Well, I think that my only recourse is to just progress time and hope things work out. Well, actually, it's specifically the Dondorians that are pissed off. The Bretonians are fine. The humans are okay. So it's just the Dondorians. Come on, guys. You want, like, fucking more clothes or something? Because I'm pretty sure I'm already giving you special treatment with regards to that. Yeah, I am. You're getting special treatment. Annoying, silly Dondorians. I'm going to increase your Scythian and I guess cut stone and furniture. See if that makes you happy. Wait. Okay, so you like jewelry, but not really all that much. Right, what else? What else are you dissatisfied with? You don't have enough stages. Well, you have enough stages, just not high enough quality. Food stalls, access dropped. That's something that I'm gonna have to take care of. Markets, access is also low. Physicians, 98%, proximity 94. Lavatories, Access 100%. Fuck yeah. Bench. Okay. Y'all are just crawling up my ass. Wait, your loyalty tanked suddenly. What was that about? Oh, you're just not going to tell me. It went from 89 to 66? Jesus! Was that... Oh. Whoa! Why did I get 76 Dondorian? Okay, there was a massive Dondorian population spike during, I'm guessing, mild weather that resulted in just a shit ton of Dondorians showing up. Tacitly invited. Also, I think the Sithland mine is... No, the Sithland mine is not... Oh, because I'm looking at the fucking housing, not workforce availability. Please. You need to get constructed so that the Dondorians don't flip their shit. Come on, I have so many workers available. You can do it, I believe in you. Hey yo, what the fuck? Y'all need to stop beating the shit out of each other. Like, this is only a net negative for you. Okay, I can look at my population and just see marginal decreases to Kryptonian human and the Dondorian population just shitting the fucking bed. Arm feels better, replaced Abigail's laptop battery. Fucking hate double-sided tape. I can understand that perspective. I mean, I love using double-sided tape, but... Okay. Sithland mine. Active. Don't need 400 people. Like, 50, again, is okay. And should probably have another housing unit. In here as well. Okay, housing unit, torches. That should be enough housing over on this side of the creek. Alright, how's my food production? It's not fantastic, but it'll do for now. Rain farm is going okay. Going to need to wait until winter for the mushroom harvest. 50 in our Sithland mines, yes sir. That should hopefully increase Dondorian happiness to, holy shit, you at record lows. That's because of all the wrongful deaths. Well, stop getting the shit beat out of you then. Getting it off the old battery was a bitch. Ah. So it wasn't just that it was double-sided tape, it was old, baked-on double-sided tape. That is definitely a condition. Plus 7 Sithland. As Sithland stores increase, Dondorian happiness will also rise. I just don't remember where exactly that metric is. Down here. Okay, services, y'all should be increasing. Kind of not. Ooh, furniture's up. Oh, right. That entire new carpentry that I built, that doesn't necessarily need to have 35 people working there. 31 over, and I'm producing 46 in there. I should probably look at other carpenters just to confirm their efficiency before completely shutting that one down. Let's shut this one down. Their efficiency sucks. Insufficient workers allocated. Brother, working on it. Is my population just shitting the bed again? Oh, yeah. Yep. Population max of 2677 down to 2530. So we've lost 150 population. My graveyards are actually fucking full. Holy shit. Let's do something about that. Dig into this mountain, 26 by 26. I'm gonna put another graveyard right here. You know, just next to all of the animals. Just to increase the chance that the animals could potentially eat the bones of your deceased loved ones and convert that energy into their own energy that you will then later consume, completing the circle of life in a technically not cannibalistic cycle. Cannibalism is merely a question of degrees of separation. Locked by terrain. You telling me that you can't build a graveyard inside of a mountain? That is so very confusing. What's the argument for that? Just like you can't put a graveyard where there's stone? You're able to mine out the stone in the first place. You should be able to put a graveyard there. Okay, so where can I put a graveyard? I guess further up. Probably all rock, no dirt. The mountain is rock. And they just mined out the mountain. Bodies leak down the mountain. They're in the mountain. Plus it's presumably like dry and humid, so probably ideal circumstances for like natural mummification. Or they'll just turn into bones, because, you know, it's not like there aren't things inside of a cave that'll eat them. Rock slide? I have people living in houses inside the mountain. Living and working in houses inside the mountain. I've carved out this entire section of the mountain and using it as mines. If they were going to be concerned about a crypt, or not a crypt, a graveyard, being in the mountains because it was unstable, and they couldn't dig in the dirt, then why are they over here in the mines living and digging in the fucking dirt? This is a foolish and irrepresentative of reality argument. Also, it's winter, which means that I need to expand the fucking mushroom farms. Which is problematic because now I don't have the workforce availability to finish the project in a timely manner. Get rid of all this mountain. Actually, get rid of all that mountain too. Going to need to deconstruct all of that. I don't know why I constructed it in the first place, knowing that I was going to have to dismantle it later. That was a foolish thing to do on my part. There, you will deconstruct. Then, due to low happiness, local dispute between two citizens. Oh, come on! This is the same fucking... Dondorians. It's your fault again. Wait, what was it? Word of the face. Due to low happiness. What if I just fucking said that Craterism was just not allowed to be worshipped anymore? Oh, because Kryptonians are overwhelmingly primarily Craterists, and Dondorians are pretty much overwhelming Aetherists. Oh, good. Shit, so Dondorians are primarily Aetherists, and humans and Kryptonians are both primarily Craterists, which means that it's humans and Kryptonians ganging up on the Dondorians. Wonderful. And it's just low happiness from the fucking Dondorians, so that means that they're the ones causing the problems. Why do I keep you around? It's because you're good craftsmen, but man, you just whine all the time. Just all the time. Here, have more clothes, you fucking bastards. Maybe your happiness will get a small boost from having your food preference, but then you're gonna get a massive decrease in happiness from all the wrongful deaths that arguably you are the cause for. Because you were the unhappy ones. You were the ones starting the brawl. Now you're gonna get mad at us for not doing the thing you wanted. And why religion? Why was this your firing point? Is because you're happy with everything else. Executions. This is disliked by your plebeians. Of course. Wait, but I'm confused. You just dislike. Okay, you don't dislike punishment of any kind. You like imprisonment, but you don't like any of the actual punishments that result in lawfulness per the game mechanics. Fantastic. 0% determent on imprison versus plus 200 and plus 100 on execution and enslavement. What do you want me to do, right? Kill in the arena? Do y'all like Bloodsport? Oh, you do actually like Bloodsport. Might not be a bad investment then, because then I can get my 200% determent, as well as getting positive feedback. That being said, Is it gonna cost me? Knowledge, which is the thing that I already don't have. Oh, that's fucked up. You want me to use knowledge to unlock knowledge. Conceptually, that makes sense, but that means I need 100 knowledge to invest into advanced libraries in order to generate more knowledge. Great. What? I'm maxed out on both libraries. How much excess leather am I using? 533. I can technically sustain another library, but I don't have enough population to actually staff it. Each one of these produces about 120. This warehouse is storing leather, which means that I need to continue building libraries in this area. I could probably put one up there, and if I need to, I can hollow out the mountain and put more there. You've handed me a predicament, Dondorians. And I resent you for it. Wait, are the Gretonians behind on their... No, Gretonians are very much not behind on their aspiring immigration rate. How is your environment improving, Dondorians? Oh, I have all of one Sithlin stored, so you're not going to care. Happiness is fluctuating around 65. Oh dear, it's dropping again. Look, I don't know what to do, y'all. You just keep getting into fights. Solved the housing problem. I don't even think you were the ones that were homeless. I think you were in all of the housing you wanted to be in. Yeah. 97%. Your favorite housing is inside mountains. Y'all are all inside mountains. Available, housed, homeless. Yeah, it wasn't even you that were homeless. Freaking Cretonians and humans. Okay, there's homeless Dondorian. Wait. There's there's homeless Dondorian citizens, but no homeless Dondorian slaves. That is a funny and tragic socioeconomic condition that I seem to have created entirely out of thin air that I hope I can address in the coming times. Furniture, 71% on... No, Dondorians... God. Whoa! What? Oh. Interesting. This is cycling through all of my Dondorian citizens. Can I just, like, double-click? No. Homeless. 7 housed, 508. Available housing. Furniture, 43%. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Odd jobbers will automatically move out if... What subject? I should pay attention to these menus more. There's a lot of interesting things. Highlights homeless workplaces and homeless odd jobbers. Okay, so if I... There are no homeless people, so there is no lit up arrow. Alright. Well, there's housing availability, so, you know, get in there. I'm about to have a Dondorian riot. Is there anything I can do? Oh, right. How's the army doing? 34% trading. Good, good, good boys. Well done. What do I do about you? Food preferences up because the recent mushroom harvest is going to drop back down whenever we run out of mushrooms, which will be soon. Food stalls, access 100%. Speakers, 73%. Hearths, 25%. Alright. Speakers are apparently a sore point. Looks. Oh, it's because I don't have people available for speakers. Well, that's sort of problematic, isn't it? Where are my outworkers? I am outworkers in warehouses. Janitors don't care so much. Laboratories kind of sucks. Speakers, yep, that's expected. Carpenters also kind of sucks. Fisheries. Well, the labor deficit needed to come out of somewhere. Better the fisheries that I don't have much tech investment into. That doesn't necessarily answer what I'm going to do about... Hey, why is clay production? Clay not being consistent. Confusing. Okay. With regards to mining, okay, I can't actually assign tools to miners now. Let's give the Scythian miners tools. Same with... Actually, no, not same with the gem miners. Just the Scythian miners. Maybe the coal and... No, not the coal miners. There's not many of them to begin with. And with the ore miners. I don't need... Should I deprioritize the gem mine? Maybe. Just keep workers in the gem mine for now. I'm going to increase the population max for the Crotonians as an attempt to address the labor shortage. The Norians are probably going to get pissy about that again. Too many of the deaths recently were caused by your negligence. My negligence? You started fucking just losing your goddamn shit for no apparent reason. Getting into brawls, losing the brawls, dying, and now you're blaming me for it. I just completely unfathomable generational bullshit and entirely what I would expect from dwarves. Well done. You just want alcohol, don't you? I treat you so well. You're the most privileged class in my fucking civilization. Get all the best jobs. You get additional food and clothing. You get additional furniture. You're still the least happy. Man. What a microcosm of reality you are. Benches. You want more benches. Of course you want more benches. Somewhere to sit your lazy asses. I mean, there's not really much I can do at the moment because of the labor shortage. Oh, and I just brought in a shit ton of people that are going to need housing and food, and those are both things that I need to expand, and the problems are just going to keep compounding. Kryptonians, I love you. No matter what, just perpetual strong positive vibes. Housing, 98%. Most of my houses are made out of stone now, and you're still going strong with the happy vibes. Good Dondorians. You are appreciated. Dondorians, however, need to shut the fuck up forever. Is there any happiness-related technology that I can... I mean, I can do... I can do pillars and sculpting. I can do blood sport. Might not be a terrible idea. Services... Grand Arena for the Dondorians, 0.75. You get more satisfaction out of pillars and statues than you do of Bloodsport, which is an interesting take. But they cost the same, and if I can get more satisfaction of pillars and statues than Bloodsport for the same innovation cost, then I might as well do that. Probably gonna cause problems with my cut stone maintenance requirements, but I don't know what else to do, so we're just gonna do that. This is so very much not Conquest related, by the way. I just want to send an army to Palixo, and y'all got me micromanaging your happiness rating. 61%. 61%. Do these have the same coverage as torches? Yeah, approximately. Well, time to do the thing. Am I losing my mind? Yes, slightly. I actually just need to have good places to put these, but it doesn't seem like I planned for that very well. This would be what the 4 wide highways would be good for, is instead of having 3, it's 4, and then there's like 2 spaces on the inside. Something to consider for the next city, I suppose. Now let's just start going at it. Puppy. This is probably gonna block some doors in places, but I'll have to figure that out later. Should probably allow time to progress at least slightly while I'm doing this, so that there's some motion in my ocean. Why, yes, I am going to block that person's apartment momentarily. Silly creature. This is dumb. We're pissed. We're gonna start rioting. Oh, you built pillars? Neat. Are the pillars doing anything? No. Perfect. Excellent. This is why you're the best. The only pillar of my community is the one on the street corner. Social work? What are you talking about? Sounds like Craterist propaganda. That's a joke in the context of the game. Alright. Mr. Pissy Ass Dwarves. I am building pillars literally all over the city. Stop crawling up my ass. For like maybe 5 minutes. Right, and you go like that. I don't even have any available workforce to actually construct these, so hopefully something good happens. I am engaging in some prime build it and they will come copium. Oh man, the English language is absolutely ruined because saying that out loud sounds horrendous, even to my ear. Build it and they will bust. Why yes, that is a threat. And I just completely missed those placements. I am deprioritizing constructing the actual mushroom farm to build statues to micromanage my Dondorian population's happiness because they just cannot experience joy in life. Gotta be something with them. I am now realizing I am blocking 2 of the exits out of this, what I am assuming is a weaver. Oops. Alright, now some... I actively don't want to build these in the satellite communities because I don't want them to need another maintenance resource. At least not for the moment. Alright, accelerate time, let's see if the Dondorians riot. If they do, I'm gonna lose my shit. What are the odds that society collapses if I just decide to purge all of the Dondorians? Oh man, I am seriously considering it because they are just absolute resource hogs. I can probably get another 500 humans and or Dondorians in order to accomplish the same jobs. They're just, the Dondorians are so high maintenance. Sure, I'll lose out on some labor productivity, but like, I don't know what else to do. Huh. Weirdly, Cretonians are better metal smelters than Dondorians? Masons, Dondorians are... Garthibis are better than Dondorians. Mechanics. Dondorians are admittedly good at that. Crotonians suck. Humans are mid. Employment of our gem mines has plummeted. Performance boost from experience lost. Thank you for the notice. Actually, I need to turn off alerts, otherwise I'm going to lose my mind when that pops up the next time. Smithies, probably also Dondorian supremacy. Sithland mines, also turn you off. Goodbye. Dondorians, also 125. And they are... max fulfilled as opposed to humans, which are only half fulfilled, so Dondorians are straight up just happiest working in these positions. I actually don't like working in mechanics, which is interesting. Should I do work prioritization for Dondorians based on what they're happiest doing just to absolutely maximize their happiness? What is environment, occupation? Your fulfillment is 71%, so you're mostly happy with all of your employment. You're mostly 94% employed? I have minus 177 workforce. How are you only 94% employed? Is that... you have no retirees either. You have 500 population, 94% employment. Who are the 6 times 5, 30 Dondorians that are currently unemployed despite the fact that there is a labor shortage? Who? I want names. Actually, I think I can figure that out. It was... no, not equipment tools. Housing? No, that's homelessness, not occupation. I don't know how to figure it out. Maybe there's a way, maybe there isn't. Dondorians, are you getting happier as a whole or less happy? Law, minus 50 on law? Why are you minus 5 on law? What's... is that the wrongful death thing? Brother, that's your fault. Your biggest gripe with me is the fucking thing that you caused. What precipitated this monstrosity? Nothing. You were positive on everything, and then you dropped 3 points on services, and then you've just been pissed ever since. Plus... what the hell? It is so very strange to have this game say that humans are prone to delirium, but the Dondorians are the emotionally unstable ones. Whatever. Riot, see what happens. You comprise a mere fraction of my military. This will not go well for you. Oh my god, even the fucking Crotonians are getting unhappy because people keep dying because the Crotonians keep killing people. Ah! Always gotta be something. Alright, we're gonna drop... we're gonna drop training. Where the hell is my military district? There it is. We're gonna reduce down to 25 and 25 on the training grounds and 15 and 15 on the archery ranges, just to free up some additional labor. Now, in terms of anything else that I can turn off, I'm not turning off clay pits. I finally got those shits running. Metal smelters. You can take -2 bakeries. I need you running. Actually, let's see what resources I am producing in excess. I'm not really producing clay in excess. That's a myth. Coal and cotton are up. Grain, I need to be up. Gems do not need to have 50 employees, admittedly. Let's reduce you to 25. 20. Dithlin, I need you to stay high for the moment so that I can increase my stores so that fucking Dondorians will not lose their goddamn minds. Woodcutters, you need to stay there. Opium guys, maybe not, but let's look at our other options first. Carpenters, any of y'all producing things that aren't furniture? You. What are you producing? Producing spears. I'm just gonna disable. Actually, no. I'm gonna re-enable you, and you're gonna be producing shield. I changed my mind. You do the thing that I want you to do, and not the thing that I want you to do. Genius. Your fault that things are going poorly. Weavers? Just barely positive on fabric. Keep about that. Clothes, technically negative, but functionally positive because clothes are holding stable. Masonries, I kind of need you to continue producing because we're about to have massive maintenance requirements for all the goddamn pillars that just went up everywhere. Actually gonna need to increase the number of laborers you got. Probably gonna need... Well, we'll see what happens with the stone guys. Wood. I'm not sure whether or not that's the big minus or just massive reduction that's leading to a perceived net negative. Production. Under absolutely no circumstance did you genuinely produce 4,000 a day. Something weird must have happened. I'm guessing something got torn down and then you regained all of the resources. Woodcutters. One of these things is not like the others. One of these things is down at the bottom of the map where I can't really do anything. Let's reduce you to 23 and 20. See what actually happens to wood after that. Well, actually I know exactly what's going to happen to wood after that, so let's put you back to where you belong. Maybe it's gem mines, ore mines. I need you running. Stone mines. Masonries are not staffed yet. Ration makers. I don't think I technically need you to be operating at the moment. I have too much. Smithies and tailors, you keep running. Opium, I think I re-enabled your production at some point. I definitely did. We can disable these smaller farms first. Vegetable farms and all the food farms will stay online. War Beast, you're just gonna stay online because I feel like it. Rock farms are gonna stay online. We now technically have enough to sustain a number of fisheries, which means that we should be fully saturated on all other production. Oh dear. Oh no, Masonry still hasn't fucking gotten their shit in gear yet. Hello? Andorians are holding at 67% happiness. I don't remember what the danger zone is. It might be below 70, which is where people get pissed off. Come on. I'm busting my balls to make you happy. You gotta work with me. We're experiencing economic downturn and it's purely as a result of your mood. You have to help me out here. Basically unionizing. It sucks. But they're unionizing for a thing that I didn't do. We want our quality of life improved, brother. I've been working on it. And now I've got to sacrifice food in order to Minus 215, minus 10. That's actually very mild. Sure. Fuck's sake. You were on the up, and then guess what? Somebody fucking lost their shit and then died. I would so very like to... No. Come on. I can emancipate Dondorians, but they don't like it when I do that. At least I don't think. The slaves, you dislike having slaves, but you also dislike there being former slaves in your settlement? That's so fucked up. Like, you don't want slaves and you also don't want freed slaves. Like, what is your... You just did... Yeah, fine. Dondorian workers have halted all work in our carpenters in protest of what they call your bad judgment. Take measures to increase their loyalty? Brother, I've been trying! This is largely on them. 3 people are trapped. Why? Where? How? How are you trapped in the goddamn car? I actually don't even know where you are. Where are you? Oh, you're trapped in the... I trapped you in the bathroom. Sorry. My bad. I'll admit, that was fault on my part. Starving. That's probably the people I trapped in the bathroom. Come on, get out of there. Broken rooms. Who broke rooms? No one. Okay. People are striking. The starving people were the people I trapped in the bathroom. My apologies, working on it. Other graveyard is built. Now we have availability, so hopefully the corpses littering everywhere will have a degree of improvement. All right, see, look, your target loyalty right now is 81%. Things are improving for you. You just need to not start a fight, get killed, and then get pissed off again, and then get pissed at me for... You were on board. There was some minor things that were quality of life things that you were mad about, and then you blew up, but that's on you. Stop. Just please cease doing the weird fucking things. Happiness. Wait, so loyalty is a function of happiness, and happiness is a function of just fulfillment. Expectations minus 10 points. Fucking. Fucking humans have heavier minus expectations, but they're nowhere near as pissy as the dwarves somehow. We want more than 20% representation in our population. Brother, I'm fucking trying. Time to union bust. I don't have the means to union bust. I mean, I could persecute them, but that's not going to accomplish anything. Strike over. Carpenters resume work and strike is over. Cool. Get back to work, please. You haven't actually substantially... You know what's worse? They could have stroke? They were stroking. The Dondorians straight stroking it over the Carpenters. They could have done the labor strike, and that could have just resulted in my civilization collapsing if I didn't have a fucking reasonable reserve of furniture. What else? If my civilization they've gotten pissy because everything got worse because there was no available furniture, what do they want me to do? Guys, you were the ones making furniture. Now you're pissed that there's no furniture. Yeah, that'll happen. This is called consequences of your actions. Alright, are you happier now? Is your environmental satisfaction increased from all the fucking... What do you mean 3% access to pillars? They're fucking everywhere. Huh? farther. Look at the pillar coverage. Look at it. They're everywhere. I built pillars all over the damn place. Okay, I didn't build pillars in the center of the city. I apologize. We'll do something about that. 3%. 3%? 3% satisfaction. After everything. Unbelievable. There. I'm building the pillars in the center city so you don't get so fucking pissed off again. I missed it the first time, I admit, it's my mistake. You could have told me it's so without fucking crawling down my throat. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it though. I didn't say anything. Do you think I said something? It's very peculiar. You should see a doctor for thinking that I said something weird. You're crazy. Personal responsibility? What's that? Tastes good? Is that like Supreme? Holy shit, I have labor availability. When and how did that happen? Huh? I'm confused. Are the Dodorians still pissed off? I mean, kind of. They're still suffering massive penalties from wrongful death, which is their fault. Apart from that, seems like things are slowly recovering from whatever the fuck that was, guys. Well done. Anyway, satisfaction on pillars. How you doing? Services, environment, pillars, 6%. It kind of seems like you just want a aggressive, ridiculous quantity of pillars literally fucking everywhere. %. Access. Based on access, upgrade, general, blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's figure out where we don't have pillars and then put pillars there. Okay. Is it just a coverage thing for you guys? It's just like what percentage of the map is covered in pillar aura? You just need me to pillar max? Is that what you ask of me? My Dondorian populace? Shall pillar max in the name of Ather. Or some shit, I don't know. Just just regurgitating what my speechwriter told me to say. Alright, happy now? Maybe? Possibly? Environment? Pillars? 6%? No, you're not happy yet? You want more pillars. Okay, sure. Is there anywhere that I can just put an aggressively large pillar just to really fuck with their mentality? Sure, we can put one in there. Anywhere where there's the weird sort of housing situation. I wonder if that counts for double coverage. I really don't know. I hope so. Yeah, of course I can't put one inside the mountain. That would be silly. I can't put one there, though. They just need to strip down the mountain. Strip, strip, strip. Not building any down south because I won't be able to get stone down there to maintain them without expressly making an attempt to do so. I'll put one there and there, I guess, because I can. I don't actually have any plans for this particular area, but I'm still not going to put a pillar there. 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 Then across the bottom. Any particular additional attachment to pillars that the Dundorians possess? Yes or no? Please submit your complaints in the form of a strongly worded letter or a brick through window. But preferably the former. Wow, up to a whole 7% fulfillment on pillars. You are all truly compassionate citizens. Now I need to do the same fucking thing for statues. Excellent. This is so far divested from the intended direction of what's supposed to be going on. Part 2. Statue maxing. I am definitely going to be blocking some people into their houses momentarily. I don't really care at the moment. I am assuming I will get a pop-up that will notify me that someone is trapped inside of their house, and then I can act on it if and when I feel like it. Okay, can't build them there. Just go up and down the rows. Probably going to trap a whole lot of people into various facilities. It's their fault. They wanted statues. I am giving them statues. The fact that they can no longer exit their house is secondary to their desires. Arguably, they should be thanking me. Now they don't have to work. Now they can pass their time doing whatever they want, and the time they have left due there now being a gigantic slab of rock preventing them from leaving their house. This is truly what we wanted. Shockingly, I haven't gotten any notifications that people are trapped yet. Again, I am only moving at 5 times speed, so there's always time for that to happen. This is sort of the part of Song of Six that can get really boring. Just random, technically unnecessary public works expansion just to keep people from rioting. Interesting microcosm of reality. Why were you angry? No statues lining the roads. That's a reduction of what's going on, but really annoying. Food days are currently maxed at like 30 days. They're still not happy. Still waiting to get those notifications for people trapped in their houses. Hasn't happened yet. Should be happening anytime now. Okay, that's an entirely separate notification. But one that I should probably take seriously because why do I have so many Garthimi slaves? What the hell is going on? Oh, right. It was from conquering Nibar. If I get rid of all my slaves, I'll have a very slight labor loss, but then I won't have any slaves. So that will increase people's moods. A little bit of cash, a little bit of mood loss. At some point, things will get better. It's just not happening at the moment. Right. There, shit ton of statues. Just need to get them built. Right, Dondorians? Your population is still declining, just much more slowly. Take a look at that. 18 deaths to brawls. Another 15 deaths to brawls prior to that. Just incredible losses. Like, everyone else didn't drop nearly as much in terms of happiness as Dondorians. The Cretonian population increased. The unassailable, positive, strong vibes of the Cretonians win again. Realistically, I'm never running irrigation over here, so that should be fine. Need to get y'all hooked up with some statues. Why is there no statue on this corner? Because I was not paying attention, probably. That's up into the mines. There, over there. Alright, any statue dark zones? Yes, there are some more over here. But more statues up around there. Nice. Gonna call that pretty much good for the moment. Just gonna set up a little bit more around the cemetery. There we go. Alright. Stabilized. Everyone done being pissed off. Kryptonians, you're at max population saturation. Humans, you're pretty close. Dondorians, you are getting back up into being happy, and your population is actually increasing slightly. Cool. Occupation, y'all are still pretty fulfilled. You don't like executions or enslavement, but guess what? I just got rid of both. Maybe I just make slavery not something we do anymore. Minus 25% determined on exile. I really don't want to do that. Imprison? I think imprisonment is something that people prefer over any other form of punishment. Liked. Judgment is liked. Oh, wow. Humans absolutely do not give a shit. They like humans like executions? What an incredible... That's a take. I mean, it's probably more representative of reality than we'd like to admit, but it's certainly a phenomenon. Now, with regards to... Let's fire them out of a cannon into the sun. I don't think we have a cannon strong enough, but that certainly would be a spectacle, wouldn't it? Alright, with all of that excess leather production, that is definitely a thing. I think I'm producing shield at the moment. I don't need to be producing shield at the moment. Let's have that carpenter just make... Oh, no, don't upgrade. Change recipe to furniture production, please. You need... Oh. Negative on cut stone again. Masonry, boost that up to 50 population. Tool decay, tool rate is on the downturn. Smithy, I need you producing more tools. Will consume not enough coal for it to matter. Nice. And also not enough metal for it to matter. Actually, I'm just fully saturated on metal, which is neat. What was the thing that I said I needed? I don't think... I completely forgot. Also, explain to me why clay production is supposedly positive, but in practice negative. Very strange. My observation is humans like violence in general, especially when they are doing it. Yeah. They like violence, but only when it's happening to someone else. You don't understand. Dondoria? Dondorians. Oh, maybe. Like, what is... Dorians aren't born created by gods, pop into existence already fully grown, wander dense forests in a trance. No one's seen the creation process. Talks of bright flashes from the moment of birth, will set in stone, live for hundreds of years. Memory of that time is climbing. Far from dumb, inborn knowledge, surety, blah 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 blah. Steady, stocky build, advantageous in warfare, short stature, complicates archery. Stress goes down when they fight, especially other races. I think they do have a fairly high... Rumor that lands to the east has been ravaged by a deadly disease. Son of a bitch. I have very high health, so hopefully that improves the situation. God damn it, what was I looking at? Right, I was looking at fulfillment values for Dondorians. I think they do really like it when we have a larger army and kill people. They do not like wars. Interesting. Does anyone here like wars? No. Cool. Who does like wars? Probably a... Interesting. So nobody likes... Either everyone likes wars or they don't care. That's an interesting take. Also, I feel like the Argonash are just dead simple. What do you need? Food, fighting, humidity, melee training. More executions, please. Yep. Oh, Argonash like judgment. Interesting. Alright, need another library. So, going to go ahead and pop on another library. I am surprised that I've not gotten notice of people not being able to reach their housing yet. Oh, they just vacant. They just don't enter the house. Fair enough. So this is a problem that I caused that I will now have to go around and fix manually. Let's look for vacant houses. You are vacant. I really didn't block anyone off here. That's surprising. You are vacant. You are vacant. Same to you. Same to you. Same to you. Fortunately, it seems like it's going to be in the exact same place for all of these. You're technically still accessible, but I should have that door open. You're vacant. Nice at least that having this massive requirement for housing allows me to easily view when people aren't able to access a house because there's just no one living there. Suppose that's a positive side of very high population density. Or, not population density, very high population to available housing ratio? Population to housing ratio approaching 1? 1 being exactly 1 abode for every person? Right. There. Some cleanup from the statues. Because of a prior fallacious assumption. Alright, now that the civilization is stable again and isn't losing its goddamn minds, let's get our training back increased on our military. Training grounds, you were at 50 each, and then the archers, those were at... Let's put you at 40-40. Yeah. And then you, probably not to 25-25, but 20-20 is okay. 2020, 6 years ago. There, now we have our labor availability, and people aren't so pissed off. Okay. Dondorians are actually getting kind of happy. Their environment should be increasing due to an availability of Scythian. Actually, what is... Ooh. Yeah, that's a little weird. Just don't have enough people mining Scythian for it to matter, interestingly. Mute species tools. You've boosted a 4.9 to a 10.02. That's not bad. Can I just increase my mining rating to get that up? That's going to increase by 0.9, which will probably give me another 1 per day, which isn't really worth it. I could spend set 35 and get, what? Another 0.5 on tools? Eh. I'm just gonna have to deal with that low influx of Scythian until I have enough to actually get some to storage, which seems like it's going to be relatively soon. Now, back out to the actual map. Nibar. I have been neglecting you for some time. You need to be in a position where you have more population so that I can more effectively exploit your resources. I don't know how to put it any other way. But in order to do that, I needed knowledge, which was the thing that I got sidetracked on in the first place, and that I needed a library for, and the library has just been built. The library is going to... insufficient workers allocated. Sure, whatever. That one library should be able to produce about 130 knowledge. Yep, that's what it looks like. I'll have 130 knowledge to work with. Take a look at what I can apply that to. I'll need to increase justice so that people can actually get sentenced. I'll need to create prisons, so that's 50 gone immediately. So that leaves me with another 80. I'll be able to get organization 5, so that's 30 remaining. Maybe skilled workforce too? This weird perpetual, like, not even a positive or negative feedback, like a neutral, barely technically positive neutral feedback loop, which is rather infuriating. What does a second level workers' offices look like? It decreases workforce, but increases workforce of the realm by an additional 2.5%. So my baseline workforce is 60 times... Oh, that's... Oh, gross. Bad math. So that 2.5% increase is actually a 2% increase because it truncates the 0.5 to, or 2.5 to just 2. So actually increasing that workers guild level would increase it to 1.05 instead of 1.02. So that's actually a 3% increase over previous, which was actually just a 2% increase. And the current 2% increase was getting me 3 workers, so that the 2% increase was getting me 3 workers, so the 3% increase should get me 4.5-ish. Yeah. But I actually need to have enough population for it, or workforce for it to matter. Those sucks. Roads ease the penalty from your territory's face further away. Don't care. Humidifier, also don't care. Law, not at the moment. Garrisons would probably be... Oh, right. I could potentially increase output of the clay mines by increasing atherism. Atherism +1. Is there really absolutely zero benefit to Schmalerism? That's annoying. Everything else, small marginal benefits to loyalty, production, and otherwise, but Schmalerism is just like, nope. I exist purely to be a negative inspiration in the world. Oh, and I need to get mushroom farming going. But all of this, absolutely all of it, is predicated on me actually being able to increase the population of Nibar. Which, as aforementioned, requires me to get a larger town, which requires me to have an increased population capacity, which I apparently already have. What is workforce? I require 20 workforce. Great, so I need workforce in order to get workforce. But I don't have workforce because I only have 10, and in order to get more workforce, I would need to reduce the level of my clay pit production, which means that I wouldn't be able to retain all of my innovation, la-di-da-di-da. Oh man, going down to clay pit 3 would only reclaim 5 workforce, which means that I would need to pull it out of elsewhere, which means Workers Guild. Or just hygiene 2. Okay. If I just disable clay pits, I will definitely have enough workforce to get up to the next tier of town, but I need to actually have that next tier of town available in the tech tree, which I do not currently have, so focusing on that first. I'm going to have to weirdly just sort of disassemble my current knowledge or research base in order to acquire a marginal increase. Well, not a marginal, a significant increase. I wish that my clay pits could sustain any amount of output. That would be extraordinarily convenient. If I disable clay pits on one of the laboratories, what is that going to do to me? It's going to reduce my innovation by 30. I can actually take that, so I'll take the hit to Laboratory 2 production to gain more clay so that I actually build a stockpile so that when I do have to disable clay production in Nibar, I'll actually have a stockpile for the other bigger laboratory to draw from. What do you mean unavailable clay? Unreachable? Motherfucker. Got like every available goddamn door in the land and you say that your clay is unreachable. That's annoying. Wait. Where's the clay being stored? Swamp lung. God damn it. $650 incubated. Well, that sucks. Law. Everybody, curfew time. Stay in your home, you fucking plague rats. Can't wait for all of the deaths to start rolling in. Have anyone in the mass grave? Yep, I have 15 people in the mass grave. Unnamed. What a shame. Look, you should have gotten picked up by the people running the graveyards first. You can't give me a fucking good catch day while I have to go on curfew because there's a fucking swamp lung epidemic. You bastards. I haven't even been able to expand my mushroom farms yet. That's the real kick in the ass. No. Curfew stays. Kinda need y'all to still be alive in a couple of days so that you can continue to be productive. Shockingly, my population seems to be remaining relatively stable. Some disease deaths. Fortunately, they're not... what's it called? Wrongful deaths. If they were wrongful deaths, they'd get a little pissed off. 340 incubated. Re-enable curfew. No one's going to be productive this year. Thanks, Swamp Lung. At least people will be continuing to be alive. Lost multiple days to the good catch. Of the good catch, not to the good catch. 99 infected, so my hospitals are mildly oversaturated. Or rather, not oversaturated. That's the wrong word. People... I can't meet service requirements from the hospital. There we go. you seriously still not fucking... Great. Oblong just like super 70% transmission. God damn it. Ugh. I so very much do not want to press either of these two buttons because I have a strong feeling that these two buttons just straight up kill either all of the incubated or all of the infected. I am so very skeptical of buttons that do not have descriptions because those are almost always debug buttons and they do terrifying things. Ugh. Another curfew. Because for the love of God, the incubated population will not drop. Oh, it's great. I only have like a very high health rating and there's actually not that many corpses available. Supply issues. No shit, there are supply issues. I had to do curfew for like an entire season. And please get below 200 by the end of the day, preferably. Nope, not gonna happen. Well, the 270 odd remaining people are just gonna have to deal because I need to supply my army out on the map. And if y'all can't take the heat, then there's not much I can do. Scythlin? You want Scythlin? God. Ah! You consume minus 0.12 Scythlin per day. Why do you want Scythlin? You're an army. It's a luxury good. Hey, you, disable Scythlin export, because what the fuck? How's the health looking? Slow drop. Number of deaths. Mauling? Who got mauled? Wait. What? Who's getting mauled? It was like 2 repeated instances of a mauling. What's going on? Punishment, blah, accidents. Ugh. Oh, right, there's that weird population of whatever the hell those things are up. Never mind. I thought there was a population of weirdly aggressive things over in this area, but I might have displaced them. So they're not there anymore. Okay. I was hoping to accomplish more this stream. I just want to invade Nibar, come on. It's not too complicated. What's the training on these guys? Mostly fully trained. What if I just create like an unnecessarily large army? Like what is 103? Looks like Polixo is also increasing their army size. Not enough to contest me, though. I shall become victorious. Recruit. Let's get some more conscripts in. Garthemes suck. Seems like I have a lot of Dendorians and Cretonians. I've never actually used Talapi archers, so let's see. Oh, they have racial bonuses. I didn't realize that. Have more block, shitty skill with a bow, more formation. Arthemes do more slash damage. They have bad morale. Humans just straight up... Wait, humans have plus 10 force, so they're just better Crotonians. That is really funny. Alright, Dondorians, I'm gonna get just 100 of you. Y'all are gonna get pretty well trained. And then Tilapis. You are gonna get trained in archery. There, I will have a force of 350. That will hopefully not actually require all that much support in order to stay equipped. Big question mark. Why in the hell is my workforce suddenly so down in the dumps? Is it because I have too many Sithlin miners? Not really. Not too many ore miners. Am I overproducing anything? Bricks? Not really. Not furniture. Not iron. Iron? Metal. Nope, no idea what's going on. Clothing took a temporary nosedive because I brought in all of those Crotonian immigrants. Oh, right, knowledge. That was the thing that I needed. You wanted justice and prisons and organization 3. That's all my knowledge. Probably because I don't have fully staffed libraries. Indeed, that is the problem. Okay, now we're gonna have the inverse problem of not having enough clay. Plus 12 innovation. I could probably do some balancing across the two laboratories. So, out the clay, it's producing 420, which means that... Or with the clay, it's producing 420, which means that without the clay, it's producing 210. So, I need to get rid of... I think the math on that is 210 divided by 10, which is about 1.1 research or innovation per researcher. Means that if I need to balance out the additional 12 innovation that I have, I need to get rid of about 20 points and then increase by 10 points, which means that I need to get rid of, oh, math was bad. 210 divided by 10 is 2.1, not 1.1. So I need to get rid of 10 laborers from here and add them into the other laboratory, I think is how that math works out. I'll either be right or I'll be wrong. We'll see what happens. Right. Big influx in clay. Laboratory 1 consuming 280 units per day. That means that per 1,000 units I get about 4 days of... No, that's not true. 1,200 units I get about 4 days worth of innovation maintenance. So I should bring this up to about 8 days worth, which is 2,400. So that'll be a couple of days before I can kick off the plan. In the meantime, that'll at least allow the epidemic to pass, which it seems to already have. Once those incubated get healthy, then I'll get a significant portion of my labor force back from whatever the hell it's doing. Continuously getting cock-teased by Sithlin. What a tremendous annoyance. At least it makes the Dondorians happy, right? Not really. Was it just that, like... Wait, 5? 5. Yeesh. I feel like that -4 per day is not representative of the actual cost to furnish all of the Dondorians. And it is a very, very slow creep to 2400 clay. Assuming I can even get there, which there might be some weird... Why did I suddenly consume over 500 clay one day? Probably something related to maintenance, but who knows. I've still been consuming a shit ton of clay per day. 280 of that is from laboratories, 10 from potteries. That does not... That only accounts for about 300 clay. Then again, I was consuming more clay just until recently, so that's probably not going to be representative of actual output. Plus, I think my clay pit was probably understaffed due to the labor shortage. Maybe, potentially. God, I wish I had a larger clay pit. That would make my life so much easier. Do I have a clay pit noble? No. Not that I think I should get one, because that's only going to boost my clay output by, like, double, which isn't nothing, but it's not worth it. Not at the moment, anyways. God damn, my food continues to go down. Okay, 1.7 clay. Continuing to be marginally increase. I think I'm losing more to decay per day than the game is letting on. That or I'm providing clay for furnishings, which I am not, though the Crotonians do like clay. Dondorians. Dondos, Dondos. Dandy old Dondos. Hey! What you pissy about? Lack of speakers. Brother, I know that, but we don't have any... We're short laborers because of the whole epidemic thing that happened. Humans, not you two. I'd like to see more torches. There's torches everywhere. Oh, you want the upgraded kind of torches? Okay, sure. Corpses. Wait. Hold on. You like there being others in your city, but you don't like being a minority. Why? Same to you, Dondorians. Jesus. Oh, though it looks like I'm 17% over. You dislike being a minority, but you like there being other species in this. Whatever. Guys, y'all making my head hurt. You're in... Decide on whether or not you're racist! Decide! I really don't like the fact that the clay pit's currently holding steady around 1.7. I'm racist when convenient. Look. It's not a thing. I just need to make it appear like I'm the one getting attacked whenever there's something I'm trying to do that's shitty. When someone... Wait. No, hold on. I fucked up that line of thought. Pause. Man. Only skirt around the issue that no one has evidence on directly. Mess isn't brought to you by humanity against non. Hey, look, this is an entirely separate race of humans, right? I don't have to be concerned about. Hey, I'm not even a human. I'm a well, see, something terrible happened. A witch, right? Took a human corpse, dressed it in a tan suit, and then stuck a gigantic donut onto it, all right? I don't have to identify with any of these species. I am merely their god. Until they riot and destroy the city, at which point I have to be like, oh shit, whatever. Okay. You are 78% supplied. What are you short on exactly? You wish you had more Sithilin. Sure. Your training is progressing. Man. Conscriptee armies train so much fucking faster. Do they count towards army size? Maybe. I don't think so, though. It's, needs to be 25%. I'm at 20%. And I have an army size of 500 for a population of 2,500, so yeah, no, it doesn't count conscriptee armies from the map. Sure, we'll just have 500 people sitting on their asses in garrison. And we'll pretend like that's not a problem. I wonder if I could send a mercenary army to go conquer a different territory. Wait, actually, hold on. Petty. More government points. Brain blast, hold please. Armies. Recruit. Unreachable. Sure, we'll just put... But yeah, right, yeah. Mercenaries, what do you got for me? Captain Jack... Blah, 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 blah. Let's get like a little army, right? Recruit them. They just take upkeep. Send Army 2 over to Shadow Forest. Battle of Lura Sea. What are you talking about? I'm confused. What happened? Oh, I entered Shadow Forest's territory and they were immediately like, nuh-uh. Okay. So... I auto... Take personal command and fight this battle in the field. The outcome will depend on your skill leading your men into battle. Your allies might resent you if you waste their men. They're not my men. Good news. We're not gonna have to pay for the upkeep for the mercenaries for very long. Let's just work on inflicting maximum casualties while we still can. Wait, what? The map is horizontal. Okay, this hurts my brain. Right, the enemy forces are comprised of all garrison, no archers, all seemingly technically worse equipped than my Dondorians. But there's fucking 300 of them. 300 V45. That's not good odds. Like, I'm just gonna have to, like, set in tight formation and then... spread as wide as they can possibly go. I don't know what else to do. No, they'll probably just get punched through. I'll have to go, like, double width. But then they're gonna get flanked. Well, kind of shit out of options, so whatever happens is going to be what happens. How's their training? 67% versus 15, 15, 15, 15. I don't know. Maybe a miracle happens. I don't think they're going to be engaging in direct conflict with my... No, they are definitely positioning themselves in order to envelop my fucking Dondorians. What's up? Take the initiative. Attack. Charge. Ooh, big hit. Look, I don't care. Just envelop them. Give them the final suck. Lol, failed charge. Stay in formation, boost defense. No, they're doing something weird? Okay. Odd. Okay, their flanks are going to be compromised from this. What are you doing? What if I pulled a sneaky? Aragon, get out of there! Y'all are... AIs is not having a good time here. On. Slowly pummel their horses into oblivion. You can do it, I believe in you. At the absolute worst, what's going to happen is that you take out a significant chunk of their forces, and then I hire a second mercenary division to go and do what you could not. That is how this goes. Morale's holding pretty steady. How's the enemy morale? Also kind of holding steady. Alright, you're starting to get a little bit enveloped, so pull back a little bit. Alright, they're doing weird semi-aggression tactics. It's always interesting how the enemy army AI kind of gets bugged out sometimes. Alright, just pummel the fucking Garthimes. Eat them. Get back into formation. Back out of guard. They're going to do the weird shuffle back in the background again. Just keep whittling away at the Garthimes. Back in formation. Y'all are taking injuries and you're a little tired, but Garthimes are slowly getting wiped. This is the... Sometimes fighting in this game is just goofy. Back in formation. Pop back out. It seems like I can just switch on guard and they're just like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to actually charge them. Seriously, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're like pre-programmed to be like 1-to-1 versus enemy units. Oh! They finally decided to engage. And they're pulling out again. Alright, they just swapped out a fresh unit for a battered unit. Actually not a terrible tactic. The Crotonians are doing weird shit, and they have minus bonuses, or they have negative modifiers to defense, so they should take injuries faster. And indeed, they are getting shit smacked out of them. Right, turn off guard, get a little bit more hectic. We've placed their unit in between us and them. Probably take them some time to cycle around. If they ever do, because their AI is a little funky. I swear, if I somehow inexplicably manage to pull a dub out of my ass just because the enemy AI is wonky, that'll be really funny. Alright, who's up next? They are all also exhausted. The absolute last ones I want to fight are the Dondorians. because they're the largest and most skilled, arguably, units. Spread a thin line in an awkward direction and see how they react to that. Alright, they're doing weird things. They are preferring to retreat rather than do any sort of actual combat. Here's a thought, what if I just fucking legged it? Oh, they're going for the fucking throne. They're just doing weird shit. What if I pull back? Are they gonna pull back too? Yes, they will pull back. Whee! You missed. Fuck you. Ha ha ha! Alright, that is the smaller of the two Dondorian units. I cannot move east anymore because then they'll sit on top of my throne. Flanks compromised. Yeah, sure. Oh. Pull back, let them decide how they want to handle the engagement. Give my people some time to rest. They're going to charge in with the Crotonian unit. Certainly a decision. They're going to get locked in combat because their AI is buggy. .7 morale versus what? 3 point? It's not great. Right. Cut loose. Cut down the Crotonians. Lost one person, our injury percentage dropped from 10 to 6. Damn, that person was the most injured person in the army. The Crotonian morale is dropping faster than ours. They're taking a far more of a beating. Oh man, we're getting a weird thing going on. Alright. Enemy, how do you want to handle this? The onus is on you. Actually, I'm gonna pull a little sneaky and take my units further back. Y'all want to let people succumb to their injuries. I'm okay with that. I really have to wonder what it is that causes the enemy AI to do this kind of shit with its units. It's like they're not sure how to prioritize between attacking my army and going after the throne. They're just kind of, like, I don't know. Whoops, not them. I can absolutely command enemy units. The game will allow me to do that. I just shouldn't. Excuse me while I trail the entire enemy army. Oh, did I need to, like, present myself as a smaller target so that they would feel like they could encircle me? Is that what was going on? Are they not sure how to deal with my thick Dondorian lines? It looks like they're trying to form a half encirclement. They're just a little dumb. Okay, y'all gonna do anything this time? Oh, look at that! That was a committed charge! Well done! And you hit with the Garthimes first. They're absolutely fucked. Rank him, John. Right, big injuries on the Garthimes. And we're back to them not knowing how to do anything. Here, I'll make myself as small of a target as is physically possible. Encircle me. I want you to encircle me. We've been here for like 15 minutes or so, just fucking around, waiting for you to do whatever the hell you're gonna do. Guys. This is ridiculous. Oh, wait, I think I just had an idea. I'm gonna use the map to just sort of force them to do something. If I get my Dondorians like right here, they just won't have any more distance to pull back. Maybe that works? Worth a shot. Man, no one's morale is doing good. Actually, that's not true. The enemy Dondorian units are pretty spicy. Oh. Oh. They can't keep up with that kind of movement because they're brain dead. That's interesting. Alright, so if you want to flip them around, you gotta take a wide circle then, I guess. And now with the throne and my troops being on the same side, they should be more inclined to actually, like, do something. Alright, throne there, troops there, let's see what happens. I have no explanation for how this fucking game logic works. Okay, they all routed. 38 deaths. That could have gone better. Alright. And the answer is just keep recruiting mercenary companies and sending them after them. Dark Day in the Canals. Annals. Oops. Not canals. Okay, so that was their actual garrison that I attacked. Get some more mercenaries. Here we have 90 very, very cheap Dondorians with poor training but excellent armor. And then some kind of mid Tilapis. Sure. A much larger army. Enemy army's kind of dookie and probably can't deal with archers very well, so hopefully this works out. What, 135 versus 276? I should be able to handle this one now. Command. Takes a while to initialize, though. I wonder if I'll get the same battle map. No, not at all. But get tight formation, very wide. Oh, interesting. Their force distribution changed. Yes, yes, all the units are out of range. Blah, blah, blah. How much ammunition do I have? My archers? 3 bows worth? Okay. Ooh! Okay, so maybe Tilapia archers are pretty good, even with low archery training. I could do something really funny. Dondorians, converge. Make the fucking Cretonians miss. Talapis back to back with the Cretonians. Light him the fuck up. Right. Both of my units. Y'all need to double time it the fuck out of what is about to happen. No, not the enemy units. Oh dear, that's gonna be bad. No, why the fuck are you selecting multiple units? Alright, I think I need to actually just sort of incentivize them to get the hell off of my throne. I think if I push off, they'll also push off. Yeah, yep, that was a correct evaluation of how their brains work. I think the best way I can handle this is probably to have the Talapi and Dondorians stick together as best as possible. I don't think it matters exactly who they're shooting at so long as they continue to shoot. They're all getting pretty peppered up. Obviously, the Talapi are doing most of the damage. I wish there was a way that I could just redistribute weapons amongst my troops mid-combat, because then I would just give the bows that the Dondorians have to the Talapis. Oh, maybe I could have done that. Maybe I could have hired them and redone how their equipment was assigned. Something to check out. I think we're actually winning on the morale front. Yeah? The constant peppering from the bows is really doing a number on them. They're just not committing to the charges again. Until they do. See, if I just have a block of troops, then I have no flanks. Alright, shortly gonna run out of arrows, at least for the Talapis, and then the Dondorians are gonna have to carry the archer fire on for a little bit. And we'll have to figure out how to get the fucking enemy to engage. That was just the most adorable kiss that the enemy troops could have given me. Straight up, walked up to my face, took a couple of arrows, and then walked away. A truly fascinating decision to make. Talapis are out of arrows. But have really fucking high morale. Come on, Dondos. Empty your quivers. That's right into the Crotonians. Ooh. Double digits on injuries with each enemy unit. Versus us, which are still almost fresh, apart from the 3 people that just died in the Band of Crom. Sorry, guys. Alright. Arrows are emptied. They are all slowly dying of their injuries. Move? See how they react? Just made an idiotically long line. See how they react to that. Well, what do you have to say? What is your response to this situation? Slowly move around to the side. This is like the military equivalent of T-posing. Line everyone up really far wide, too deep, and then pretend that it's a good idea. Oh. I don't mind you all just slowly letting your injuries take their toll. Fuck, your Garthimes might just sort of break naturally. Heavy injuries. Wait, your injuries are slowly ticking up? So if I just wait here, you're gonna slowly lose troops. We can wait as long as we like. We got 1 and 1%. Y'all are 7 days of fucked up. I walked in here with 135 troops. You walked in here with 260. I'm less 40, you're less 60. Okay, I think it's time to make... Oh. They decided that that was... Speeding up time was the appropriate response to the situation. Now, watch as I do something absolutely terrifying. Oh. Eat them. Consume them. Consume them. Like an amoeba. Like a white blood cell. Eat their unit. This is the way. Yeah! All right. Enemy army, you have to ask yourself, Now the important question of who's next. Oh shit, their Garthamis are just about to rout anyways. Oh, y'all need to, like, stand normally. Thank you. And the Garthemi's routed. What a shame. Anyways, just collapse on them. Ruin their day. No, you move around to the side. There we go. There we go. Eat them. There we go. Delicious. What was it? What was your troop count at the start of this? 260? Hey, where did 200 of your units go? Hey, guess what? Charge. Run them down, boys. Get them. Incredible. Well done, mercenary army. Going to break any time now. If you don't run, I feel like that's causing weirdness with your combat AI. Oh, I think they went below the breakpoint very momentarily. No, they're just below 1. Continuing to take injuries, though. We are still fairly fresh. Lost 9 troops so far. To their 220. 200, wait, no, 210. I think we can all see where this is going. Where are you going? Where are you going? There we go. Well done to the Grand Army, too. Sure, we'll get more chivalry. I actively do not want any prisoners. And there are none, so that's not gonna happen. Except our chivalry has increased. And now we go to the Shadow Forest to besiege them. To finish our... What happens? Are you serious? They have an army of 25, and if I auto, I lose everyone? Jeez. That's rough. It's okay. They'll be gone shortly. What's my maintenance cost in Army 2? Upkeep is about 23k denarii. Rounded up to 20... Oh, no, that's 9. 24k denarii-ish. Besieged. All right. Hey, Irvania, what does your military look like? Not much different than And Shadow Forests military. About your resources. Mostly grain and fruit. Could be better. You got some nice stone. Pretty crap on everything else. Well, that's fine. What's going on? Besieged. Ah, yes. Shadow Forest. Their garrison of 25 falling slowly. Excellent. They've got a colossal amount of area, so their population cap should be pretty high. I think Nibar was like significantly less. Not that I can really see what their area is anymore, which is interesting. As we watch the counter tick down slowly, 13 to 11, we observe the slow creep Shadow Forest's impending doom through the eye of a handful of numbers on the screen. Succumb. Alright, what if I attack them now? I would lose all of my men again and inflict 4 casualties. Damn, what is their fucking wall like? Hopefully I get to maintain a significant portion of their population. I don't really expect to, but I'm just kind of hoping. Three. 2. 1. Zero. Hell yeah. Puppet. New faction will be created which belong in indebted to you. No, we're gonna occupy them. Shadow Forest. Hello! Oh dear, I need your population to not, like, drop off the face of the fucking planet. Big workforce. Except I do not have enough government points to handle you at the moment. I will simply add another government noble promotion to Penny. Penny of the Tug, son. Growth. Y'all are gonna need large growth in order to sustain your population. What's your height? Population cap? 3,000. See, if I simply don't do any hygiene for you, your population is going to drop to 3,000. I'm going to have 24 workforce available. Is there, like, a meaningful amount of things that I can do? Actually, you do produce a lot of grain. And that's grain per day, not grain per harvest season. You produce a lot of fish, too. I feel like there was something else you produced in excess. No, not really. Huh. Well, for one. Can't increase the town size anymore because I don't have the necessary government points, but I do have the necessary population. Hey! What's your name? One more government point. There we go. Now you have a metric fuckload of workforce. And with a max size growth, I have 53 workforce to work with. Incredible gains. What's the target for that? 5.35k? Okay. That's pretty good. I wonder if adding... Oh, I need... If I don't increase your health, you are all going to die. Hygiene. Region capacity. I need probably hygiene 2, yeah? Yeah. Need to keep it below, above 50%? Police, no. Physician is going to boost the realm health by 0.1? Question mark? Is that cumulative across all places? Maybe. Have the excess workforce, so let's just give you the Physicians Guild. Ooh, this is exciting. I have things I can do with you. You have a maxed out population size, or close to it. Stands, I don't really need your loyalty, much as I appreciate it. Well, I actually do kind of need your loyalty. Stands, tavern. Is nowhere near enough to offset. Why do you have... You have zero support. Damn. Alright. Oh, I didn't realize a windmill increased clay pit output by 50%, although it takes 30 workforce, so there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to afford that in Nibar. I just say, there we go for that. Target minus 2.4. It's really sucking from whatever 0% support is going on. Maybe that'll resolve itself? Yes. Okay. Army 1, I need you to sort of occupy Shadu Forest for the moment. As the support increases, the debuffs from having just conquered them will slowly fade away. Their health is positive. I feel like if I get 1 increased workforce out of that. What if I go to level 2? I lose that 1 workforce, so I guess Workers Guild level 1 is optimal. But it costs me government points, which, you know, not ideal. Actually, does that cost me government points? No, it doesn't. Might as well go for it then. What else? What else? 35. 35. I could get a whole bunch of different things, or I could get a lot of one thing. Yes, yes. And yes. I do in fact want all of that every day. I have an additional 20 workforce to work with. Man, getting a high-level settlement is just real nice. I should construct walls. It's just a smart thing to do. Have one level of walls, that's fine. Adding a school will increase productivity of everything by a small percentage. Police will increase loyalty. Oh, wait a minute. Certain things cost government points, certain things do not. What things cost government points? Oh, specifically the city hall. I understand. Everything else just costs workforce. What is the last couple of upgrades? Oh my god, 135 workforce. Yum yum. I wish one day I'll have that level of affluence. Tax office would increase tax output. I get 4.3k per day from them, but there's devastation, so that's going to be reduced. Is that going to boost? Oh, actually, wait, no. That was... Wait. Adding a tax office decreases my tax gain? Fascinating. That is so very confusing. Okay. Ew, region capacity minus 20% on law? That's terrible. Small flat increase. Taxes. Accept. He's sending me all those goods every day. Region of Shadow Forest is very low public order. Yeah, working on it. Could rebel any day now. Temporary fix of station troops there. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Well, support's gonna slowly increase as time progresses, which is what's currently causing them to be very pissy at me. Unless they're actually just kind of locked it. No, they're rising. Raid chance is pretty high. Devastation is slowly going down. I'm guessing the raid chance is going to go up as the riches increase, but the armies are doing fine. Shadow Forest, do you have your own garrison? Yes, you... Do you? No, you don't. You have conscripts, but you have no garrison. How do I get you a garrison? Ah, by literally adding a garrison. That makes sense. Gonna cost me workforce, but, you know, having somebody is better than nothing. Guard post level 2 is gonna cost me the rest of my workforce. I kind of don't want to do that at the moment. What if I... increase the bank office and increase taxes? I don't know why that results in my tax collection going down. That's so fucking confusing. The calculation gets fucked up. Wait, hold on. $4,769 times 1.15 is 5,507. 4,169. I'm losing 600 tax gain from just creating the tax office? What? That's peculiar. Whatever. We'll tax the shit out of them and use them to help offset the cost of keeping the mercenary army on top of them. What else? What else do I want from you? I could increase your clay production. You know what? I think that's good for now. I should actually probably increase your loyalty so that you don't fucking riot. At least for the short term. You got not too many Cretonians, you got a lot of Dondorians, but this is pretty much all I can do for loyalty at the moment. Roads ease the penalty for your territories face the further they are from your capital. They also decrease the toll you pay when trading. Okay. Oh, actually building a garrison does increase loyalty, so let's do that. Alright. It'll be interesting to see how this turns out. But that's going to be it for the stream for tonight. It's 8:40. I should have ended 40 minutes ago. That's 2 settlements under control. Very interesting. All right. Save. Empire is in fact growing. New. Well, that should be Boxonia 11. Whatever. Boxonia 12. Growing lands. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night.